Do you like to officially own things? Do you like it when you can actually own something physical and it's theirs and no one can take it away from you? Do you hate it when streaming services, when you buy a movie or rent a movie on there, especially buying a movie on their streaming platforms, and then one day they just say, sorry, you bought the rights to it. You don't buy it to own it. Well, then you've come to the right place. Today we're going to be talking about physical media, and especially physical media in movies. There's been a lot going around, especially with the recent development with Best Buy. Now, if you don't know, Best Buy was a big conglomerate of physical media purchases through steelbooks, exclusive steelbooks, 4K, Blu-ray, DVD, everything. And then around in 2024, 2023, 2024, they officially stopped producing them. They stopped selling them in their stores, they stopped selling them online, and it became a disaster. And afterwards, other stores started doing the same thing, not like outright getting rid of them, but slowly starting to pull back. Target has been another big one that has been basically pulling out a lot of the physical media, especially with movies, and just haven't been putting out a lot. Walmart has been getting better because they offer exclusive steelbooks for Walmart, but even their movie selections in most of their stores, and I've been to tons of Walmarts, that it varies. Like, some stores will have some good products and some stores will have literally fucking nothing. And it's been a big issue. Now, most people like myself who would go to buy movies, I usually order them on Amazon, or I try to find like physical stores that are around. I know there's a couple places in New England called Bull Moose, shout out to Bull Moose, that I sometimes will travel to and get my 4K movies, steelbooks, Blu-rays, whatever. So there are other avenues to get physical media, but right now physical media is plummeting, and it's getting not to a point where it's scary, but to a point where I'm even asking myself, is physical media dying out? So the first thing I did want to bring up today is Best Buy. Now, Best Buy, pretty much when you were to search on Best Buy for any movies, go into any stores, they would not sell anything. And there have been rumors circulating, especially on Reddit, that Best Buy was coming out with physical media again. And I was like, huh? Wait, why didn't I get this information? So I even did some research, and I looked on Best Buy, and when you do look up like 4K Blu-ray movies right here, movies do come up, and you can buy them, but there is one problem. It's not through Best Buy. It's through third parties. So if we're looking at a movie right now like Nobody, and we go down in the little bottom right over here, right above Add to Cart, it says sold and shipped by Grub. Now, if you don't know what Grub is, it's another video platform, physical media platform that I've used a couple of times, but I'm more accustomed to Amazon, I guess. I would still highly suggest using Grub. I think they have great deals. They have plenty of great deals. I would check them out every now and then to see if they do have some deals. And that is another store that you can purchase your physical media on. And it's being sold through third parties. So it's not being sold through any like actual Best Buy store or merchandise by Best Buy. It's being sold through third parties. So that was a big rumor that was going around that even I was like, there's no way that Best Buy is rolling back and bringing back physical media. Because the unfortunate thing is physical media is expensive. It is way, way too expensive. And I'm not going to say that, it's going to get even more expensive as time goes on, because it will. It will 100% get more expensive as time goes on. But anywho, that's really what's going on with Best Buy. So I just wanted to put that rumor out first, and then also look at how bad physical media is actually declining. If you look on like this website, diversetechgeek.com, this is just a website that I just wanted to look at first statistically. In 2024, now this was produced in 2025, this article, but this is talking about 2024 in a whole. And I even purchased a ton of physical media from 2024 and obviously from 2025. But the Media Industry Analysis Group, DEG, has released its annual U.S. home video report for 2024. DEG notes that these numbers are preliminary, with updated numbers available in March. So we can actually check this out. So in 2023, is that by millions? Oh, it is in millions. I'm an idiot. So in millions, In 2023, it was 275 million in physical product in quarter one, and then it dropped pretty drastically, not pretty drastically, but by good $40 million in quarter one. Now, if we go to the actual website and we look at the DEG's report for 2025 for quarter one, it is a big jump. So from 2024, it was 233, what we just saw, and in quarter one of 2025, it is 202 million. So it's in 2 years dropped $70 million. But you know what else has risen up? Digital media. And in digital, it had 12, I'm going to guess if in millions, but I don't understand how that would reckon anything. But in this number, you can see this number drastically rose by, if this is in millions, I'm going to guess that's, I hate numbers. It's a drastic change. It's a drastic fucking bump up, and it is so huge that digital market is taking over, especially streaming. I've talked about streaming, how I have thoughts about it, I have pros about streaming, and I have many cons about streaming, particularly its price increase. Now, obviously, coming from me who buys $25, $30 movies, I can't really say that, well, streaming is better with the price, because streaming with prices is a lot better than just buying a movie. But with physical media, you can officially own it. And I've talked about the bit rate exchange and how 4K or even Blu-ray 1080p looks, or how better it looks than the streaming form of it. And it's just 100 times better. If you want crisp quality, crisp sound, no fucking lagging of any kind, physical media discs are your go-to. So with this, it's a pretty steep decline, and by next year or by the end of the year, I'm probably going to guess that it's not going to be looking too well. And they also put out a quarter two for 2025, and so it is steeping even lower. It went from 202 million to 193 million, and now in the first half, it has only gained 396 million, while in the first half of 2024, it gained 450 million. So it seems like each year physical media is dying out. Now, many factors go into play. Number one, streaming is pretty easy to obtain. Streaming, I mean, 80-year-old grandma with dementia could access streaming pretty easily. I mean, my goddamn washer machine could probably run that shit better than I could. So it goes to show that streaming is very simple, it's very easy to access, and a lot of streaming services own tons of catalogs, tons of rights, and that's how many people watch their movies, including myself. So with physical media, prices are going up because a lot of the physical media that, especially for this year, and I don't want to put into any speculation, but I can guarantee you that this is what is also happening too. And by the end of this year and into next year, it's going to be even lower because discs, movies, are rising up in prices. And because they're rising up in prices, it's making people not want to buy them. Now, I'm not sure if it's because of the, don't want to say stupid, but the not-so-nice tariffs that are being implemented across the globe by the President of the United States. And it is definitely putting a strain on that because a lot of physical medias, I mean, I can probably grab a, let's take a look at the American Psycho. That's a amazing photo. American Psycho, physical media, and if we look into the box, it does, I believe, say
a few moments later.
So I couldn't find it on the American Psycho disc, but I do think that my Godzilla Minus One Steelbook has it. Well, I'm gonna guess that this one was obviously made in overseas, so that checks out. I thought it would show me it, so don't listen to me. We're gonna do this the old-fashioned way, looking it up on the internet. But if we do a quick Google search, 4K Steelbooks are not made in a single location. The brand is Danish, but manufacturing occurs globally in various countries, including Denmark and China. So going back to what I said, I couldn't find it on the exact boxes or the disc itself, but I'm sure if I kept digging, maybe I could find it. But a lot of these movies are not made in the United States. They're made overseas. So a lot of these tariffs, these hefty tariffs, will add on to the movies. I'm not saying that that's like the main reason why steelbooks or movies are going up in prices. Steelbooks are because they're steelbooks, but I mean, there are steelbooks usually used to go for like $25-$30, and now some of them are going for $45. Like it's getting ridiculous, and it's not only because of tariffs. And like I said, I'm not saying that that's the main cause. It's obviously a contributing factor, but it's also just no one is buying it anymore. They need to make their profits, they need to make their revenue, so they might have to bump up the prices, unfortunately. Especially with steelbooks. I mean, most of these steelbooks, I can bring out my Godzilla -1 again, but it's basically like it's very good material. I love steelbooks. I think steelbooks are fucking incredible, and when I get the chance to see one, come on, fit in there. Whenever I get the chance to see a steelbook, I would like to purchase it, especially if it's a movie that I like, if it's a movie maybe that I've never seen before, that I know I'll like. I just like collecting movies. I think it's a cool, if you want to say it, a cool little hobby. People collect Pokemon cards, people build PCs. I collect movies. This shelf behind me is probably worth... I don't want to know how much this shelf behind me is worth. It's about 200, like I said, it's like 200 plus movies. I think I have like 70 steelbooks, but yeah, well, let's not talk about how much I spent on that. Collecting these are pretty important to me. I think it shows, I get to have the movie, I get to see it in its actual form. Most of the times, most of these movies are made how the director sought it out to be. I made the streaming video about with AI and stuff, and talked about Disney Plus and how stupid Disney Plus doesn't even have the actual, like, on their physical media for Disney movies like Avengers, it doesn't have the same aspect ratio, and it's only for Disney Plus, which I don't want to get into that again, but, physical media is important. Whether you collect DVDs, whether you collect Blu-rays, whether you collect 4K movies, whether you collect vinyls, CDs, I mean, physical media, I hope to God it continues, but with this rate of decline, with how much money it's losing, it's not looking too good. If I'm being real, by 2030, it's gonna look pretty rough. But I mean, as long as there's a market for physical media, like myself, I hope that they still produce them. And if not, then I'm gonna have to rush over to eBay and have a bidding war with so many people. So any physical media collection that you might have, honestly, I applaud you for it. It's cool. It's a little hobby that we have, and I think it's just really important to me, not only because you're getting the best quality, you're seeing it as intended, but especially if you have like a 4K TV, cinematic peak. Yeah, so this is just a little quick video. I haven't been posting a little bit. I've been trying to do 2 to 3 videos per week, and I think that's a pretty good area. I'm back to writing. I have a new idea for a new short film coming out. Not coming out yet, but it's developing, and I've been working on like the analog horror stuff. I've been kind of liking that kind of horror aspect. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to talk about physical media, and if you have physical media, keep it. If you want to get physical media, buy it. There's no one stopping you. So if that's if you like collecting physical media, honestly, you're my friend. You're my best friend right now. Okay, yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to talk about physical media for a bit, and yeah, that's about it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.